Hello everyone, it's Lisa Ann with Lisa Ann Tarot. I've decided to do a messages reading. It's not my normal reading style, but it's something that I'm called to do, and something that hopefully will bring some good information for us. If the messages resonate with you and your person, definitely take it. If they don't resonate, don't make them fit. So normally this will be, my intention for this reading is messages from your person. We won't get into masculine, feminine. I'm just going to say, your person. And it's for those couples that are currently in separation or having a difficulty not together, not in communication. So these messages are hopefully going to give you a little insight on how your person feels. So I have a little bit of an outline and some questions that we're going to ask, and I have some random oracle cards and tarot cards, and we're going to see what the messages look like. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to get a read on the current energies of the connection. Where are you currently at in your energy? So we're going to use I have the Moonology Oracle. So I'm just going to get a gauge on what the current energy is. What is the current overall energy of your connection at this time? And we have New Moon in Gemini. Communication is key. So let's flesh that out a little bit. Let's see what other cards come out pertaining to the current energies of the connection. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Three of Swords. So right now, what I'm getting here is that, like I said, the intent of the reading is for those of you that are not in communication. So right now, you're trying to find a balance, a more even give and take within the connection. So something is trying to be balanced out. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this is about coming forward with an offer of love, an offer, a heartfelt offer. So this could be an apology. But it's not coming forward at this time because there is no communication right now. So then we have the Three of Swords energy, which brings in some sort of heartbreak and upsetment. So I believe that since this is connective energy, you both are feeling this separation pretty deeply right now. Let's get... I want another card, a clarifier for this Three of Swords. Why is this Three of Swords here? And we have the Devil. So something is bound in this. In either on your person is either otherwise bound to another situation, or yourself, and it's just you're kind of being kept away from each other at this time. So bringing back around that communication is really going to be key in moving things forward. All right, so that's the first message. So I'm going to use the Lover's Oracle, and we're going to get the next message. So this message is if your person could tell you something, what would it be?
Oh, I'm going to use this.
Lover's Oracle. This is the Lover's Oracle. All right. So let's get a message here. If your person could tell you something at this time, being that you're not in communication right now, what would it be? And they're telling you to wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Okay, so let's get a few more cards to sort of to see what else, what other message is coming forward as far as this wait and letting nature take its course. We have Temperance. So the Temperance card is partially with divine intervention, but it's also about tempering emotions. It's about allowing things to balance. So something in this connection is definitely out of balance at this time, because we've now gotten two messages that have something pertaining to balance. The Six of Pentacles is more about like your 3D world, your physical space. The Temperance card is balancing more your emotions or your heart space. So we're waiting for things to come into balance. We have the Hanged Man. So there is a need for a change of perspective, looking at the bigger picture. It's also indicating a hold up in time. So things are sort of placed on hold at this time while some things come more into balance and you're more in alignment here. We have the King of Wands. So your person is in the King of Wands energy, which is a very fiery and passionate and determined energy. So they are determined to move this connection forward, but they do want to take their time. And what I'm getting is that, in order for it to be meaningful and to be lasting, if this is your love of lifetimes, it's going to take time to make it happen. Yeah, here we go. And the Ten of Pentacles comes out. So the Ten of Pentacles is sort of the ultimate all-around card of sort of getting everything that you're looking for in life. It means emotional fulfillment. It means financial stability. It's a long-term commitment. So your person wants to tell you right now that you can't rush into it, that things do take time, and that while things are balancing out, he is also determined to get to that goal of that Ten of Pentacles, and that's should be what your goal is as well. Okay, the next question up is, what is currently blocking this connection? So for this, I'm going to use the Dark Mirror Oracle. Get a message from the Dark Mirror Oracle, and this is going to tell us what's currently blocking this connection. What is it that you have to work on, to get to get cleared in order to move forward? So what's currently blocking this connection? And we have I Won't Cry for You. Okay, let's take a look what this card is bringing up. Sometimes when it's over, closure must be created, not just found. Says breaking up can only be done by two persons. One will do it earlier, maybe, but sooner or later the other will follow. One can afford to do it with words and actions. The other probably will only be able to do inside her own heart. It's painful. It's definite. It's hard. It's sometimes necessary. Breaking up is not just letting go of a person. You letting go of a part of yourself and hopes and dreams and trusts. You are letting go. You let go of feelings and memories. You let go of emptiness and you felt and the connection you relied onto. Anger will help at your beginning, but the last part of the road can't be done by just anger. Closure comes when you dry up your tears. It is a gorgeous moment when you allow yourself to frankly don't give a damn about it. All that was part is not a credit or a debit. It's just suddenly no more than a gift. You can raise your chin. After all, tomorrow is another day. So let's find out what that message is all about. All right, even though, this is about breaking up. This is about letting go. This is about completely surrendering. But let's see what cards come out here. What do we need to know about this I won't cry for you card? We have the Five of Wands. So there is an inner conflict. There is something going on between the two of you, something that's out of alignment, like we said in the messages before. This is about some sort of heartfelt offer. We have the Five of Swords. So this is about a battle coming to an end. And we have the Eight of Wands reversed. So the lack of communication and the internal battles that you're both fighting and the external battles, which is the Five of Swords, is all kind of raging on. So this I won't cry for you card is exactly about finding closure, about letting go of the things that are out of balance between the two of you. Possibly letting go of expectations of how, this is supposed to come about. How, union is supposed to be. I read something somewhere. I had a message come through at one point, which part of when we say surrender and let go, letting go of your, not completely letting go of memories of how things were before you separated or how things were before things kind of came apart. When you first meet your twin and you go through that bubble phase and everything is, roses and strawberries and cream and everything's wonderful, and you're in love and they're a certain person and you are. If you hold on too tight to that memory of that person, you're kind of delaying your own union, because when you get to this point of your journey, you both are going to change throughout the journey. You're going to grow. You're going to be different people. So if you hold on to that vision you had of that person, the universe is going to say, well, wait a second, they don't meet that recipe anymore. They don't meet that criteria because they're a different person. So there comes a point in time in your journey where you definitely have to surrender to the whole thing. You have to sort of, that was great memories and, you're ready for something fresh. You're ready for something new. Not, I want it back together the way it was, if that makes sense. So what's blocking your connection at this time is that you haven't fully surrendered. There is no communication. The lack of communication the inner turmoil of trying to hold on to the past, wanting that offer of love, wanting to, sort of put things back together the way they were, is what's holding you up. So completely surrendering to how things were and sort of opening up your mind to accepting anything that will be. As long as you're happy, as long as you're, content, and, you have the vision of what you want, your 10 of Pentacles, your 10 of Cups, how that looks, will help move things forward. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. So what is currently supporting your connection at this time? We're going to use for that, we're going to use what is this one? Work Your Light Oracle cards. So we're going to see, that was what was blocking it. So this is going to be what is supporting it. What, sort of what are the wings that are carrying you right now through this separation and carrying you on through your journey? What is it that is keeping it all together for you? Bent. Okay. So let's get a little sticky. Okay, we have the play card. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Okay, so let's get some cards to sort of flesh that out and see what comes up for this. So what do we need to know about supporting energies? What supports us along this journey? At this time, sometimes it can get very difficult and very dark. As you saw with the shadow cards, there's a lot of, the fives are major changes, but they're also, upheavals and battles that you have to fight. So let's get some cards about this play energy, the supporting energy. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles energy is sort of being stable on your own, being, the person that gets things done, very logical, very independent and reliable. So really having your feet on the ground and really doing your own thing. We have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serves you. It's about making the choice to go on a journey to find your Two of Cups, to find, someone to share that Two of Cups with. We have the Eight of Swords reversed. Okay, so this is sort of getting out of your head, getting out of that unnecessary worry. Releasing it, lighten things up, look on the lighter side of things. And then we have the Six of Pentacles again. So this is about evening things, making things even, balancing out your energies within yourself. Let me just see if I can find what the play card. So the play card just says, stop taking life so seriously. Your spirit needs to have some fun. The more you play, the more inspiration you will follow. Take some time out to do something without being attached to the outcome. You're being called to rest and play and learn to have more fun. Do something that makes you laugh. Take your inner child on a date. The more you switch off your mind, the more room your spirit has to whisper and guide. Spend more times doing things just because you love to do them, just because it brings you joy. You've been working hard and it's time to celebrate how far you've come. So the supporting energy here is sort of learning to have fun again. Sometimes we concentrate so much on our inner work and concentrate on this journey and really get too far into our heads about things that it slows us down. And the biggest key to a lot of it is continually raising your vibration. When you raise your vibration and you're kind of up higher above all that, muck and that, gloom and doom and battle and all that stuff, you also raise the vibration for your twin. You also, raise the vibration of, the collective and the planet and everybody else. So now is the time to sort of be responsible, get things done, learn to have fun, do something that brings you joy while you're in this period of separation and balancing out your own energies and getting out of your head, walking away from things that no longer serve you and raising your vibration. Those are the things that you can do to sort of move things forward a little better. So let's find out how your person is feeling towards you at this time. How do they feel when they think of you, when they think of being with you? How do they feel? We have mirroring. And I'm going to get 3 cards. We have spring. And we have unawakened. We're going to get, this is the Mystic Moon Oracle, and I have the Mystic Moon Twin Flame Tarot to go with it. Let's get a couple cards from the Tarot as far as these came out. So let's see what these are. So we have Refuge and Addiction. Let's see where those fit in. All right, so for mirroring, let's find out what it is they're mirroring. We have Steady and a Tower. So how are they feeling towards you at this time? So they're mirroring your feelings at this time. They do want to take things slow because there is things for them right now are sort of in a turmoil. They're looking at their current situation. They're looking at this connection and they're trying to figure out how to balance it all. They may be going through some major changes in their life, in their physical world that you don't know anything about. So the fact that that comes up with mirroring, if you pay attention to your own feelings, if out of nowhere you become aggravated or out of nowhere for no reason you start crying or you feel sad or lonely or lost, sometimes those are also the feelings, you're connected to their energy. So you could be feeling some things that they're going through. So taking the time to sort of tune into those feelings, you might be able to help them actually come out of, raise their vibration as well, help them come out of it. We have the spring cards. So let's get a couple cards to see what goes along with spring. We have waiting. And we have creativity. So when he's how they feel towards you and about this connection at this time, the spring card to me is about new beginnings. It's about new growth, wanting a new beginning. They, want to see things blossom, see things bloom. Spring can also indicate a period of time. Something could have happened between the two of you in spring, or looking forward to next spring, bringing things around. The fact that they're waiting and they're looking, and at creative ways, or maybe they could be admiring you for how creative you are, or somehow trying to be creative and how they're going to bring about this new beginning. But they're waiting for things to even out. They're waiting to get into more alignment. But this new beginning is on their mind. Let's find out what this awakened is. We have unawakened, I'm sorry. And we have foundation and self-discovery. So to me, they are, when they think of you and think of this connection, meeting you could have set them on a path of self-discovery, wanting to build new foundations in their life. A lot of times when we do meet our twin, when we do, sort of come in contact with our twin and we do start out on this journey, it triggers a snowball effect in our lives, and everything has to, between the two of you and your individually, your lives really take a tumble. Things become unhinged and they break apart, and you really sort of take it down to the bare minimum. Your whole life completely changes. So building a new foundation with you and moving forward with this connection is definitely something that's on their mind. But they're in this path of self-discovery, so they're learning a lot more about themselves and realizing that they were, up until they met you, unawakened or a different person. We have these two cards that came out. We have addiction and we have refuge. So let's see the oracle with these. What goes along with these? Refuge. We have action and nostalgia. So when they think of you and they think of this connection, you're kind of like home. You're someone that feels safe to them. Some place that they go, to sort of get away from everyday life. It's also they get a feeling of being free, of not being afraid to take action. Kind of exhilarated in their life, like they can fly. And then we have nostalgia. So they have been sort of thinking back on how things were, when you first came together, and really getting that feeling of home and wanting to take action to go back there. We have addiction, and then we get fresh start and divine feminine. So this addiction card, to me, could be a little bit of codependency. It could be, that they, there was a point in time in this connection where, they might have latched on to you because you were full of energy and you gave them life. And when they pull away from you, they don't feel that anymore. So that becomes addicting. And sometimes it comes to the point where, they almost refuse to do their own work and refuse to make changes and grow because, as soon as they connect with your energy, they don't have to worry about that anymore. But they want a fresh start. They don't want to rely on this old codependent energy anymore. They want a fresh start because they see you as a divine feminine. They see you as somebody who, has done their work and has their shit together, and they want to be your equal. So that's what I get from those messages. What do they regret most? When they look back over the connection, what is it that they regret most? Out of, anything that happened between the two of you. What is it that kind of sticks with them? Dark night of the soul. Solitude. And crossroads. All right, so let's get some cards to go along with that. What do they regret most? What is the Dark Night of the Soul? Seeker. And compassionate. So, what they regret most is that they, they went through a dark night of the soul, and they might have, been maybe not their authentic self towards you. They might not have been very compassionate or very understanding when it came to you. They might have been looking you up online. They might have been sort of checking up on you, or instead of coming forward, kind of watching you a little bit. So what I'm getting here is that they regret that, when they were going through this dark night of the soul, that they weren't available to you, and they weren't, if they were, they weren't very nice. They weren't themselves. They weren't very compassionate and understanding. They were kind of in their ego. So we have solitude, and then we have juggling, and we have defending. So to me, what do they regret the most? That maybe they chose a path, instead of being with you on this journey, that they decided that, they were better off alone. That it was too much to juggle between their physical world. And they sort of put their defenses up and, kind of walked away from you, or kind of shied away from you because, it might have been too much for them. So they regret, kind of defending you off and being defensive towards you in this connection. So we have crossroads. What do we need to know about that? We have words and full circle. So the crossroads card to me is that, any time that they might have come to a point where they wanted to make a decision, whether to move forward with you in this connection, or, continue to be, continue to go about things on their own, they might have chosen, not to speak their truth. They might have chosen to go a different way. And now they feel that they've come full circle, that they wasted time, by taking the long way around. If they would have, chose differently at the crossroads and spoken their truth, maybe, this journey wouldn't have been so long and so hard. So that's what they regret most. So what do they admire most about you? What is it that they admire? When they think of you personally, what do they admire about you most? We have victim. Interesting. We have stuck. And we have metamorphosis. All right, so let's find out more about this victim card. This is what they admire about you. You have withdrawn. And we have wisdom. So what I'm getting from this is that they admire your wisdom. They know that, maybe you could have had the choice in all this to sit back and play the victim card and, get mad at them for their behavior, or the fact that, you are in separation, or they can't communicate. and you could have turned it around on you, but you didn't play the victim card. You had the wisdom to know when they withdrew, to give them space and to allow them to grow and learn on their own. So they really admire you for your wisdom and how you sort of, open up the world here. We have this woman that's kind of going off towards the mountains into the open spaces, like nothing holds you back. You have this, this inner wisdom about you that they really admire. What about the Stuck card? We have moving on. And the journey. So they admire the fact that, you've navigated this journey with such grace and such light. And, you've kind of, even though they felt stuck and they felt bound, when they were with you, it was a different world. You help them to keep moving. Even when you're apart, you give them energy and you give them strength to keep on. To sort of keep moving and keep them moving. Maybe there were times in the past, that you could have, you could have walked away, but you might have lent them your energy and your strength and, kept them going, just the fact that you were always there. So, metamorphosis, let's see, cards, get analytical and destiny calls. So, what they admire most is that they, I think they're starting to realize that, this is destiny. This is a connection that's meant to be. They've been a lot in their headspace and they've really, thought a lot about it and how things have changed with the metamorphosis card. This is about transformation. This is about how things have changed and how far things have come. And it's almost like, you kind of knew it from the beginning, or you've known it all along, and they're just now kind of going, oh, you were right, you knew about that. But they do see you as someone that they're, their destiny, someone that they're meant to be with, because they recognize how they keep getting pulled back towards you. Right, so let's take a look now at possible future energies. And when we talk about future energies, we, it could be any point in time in the future. It could be, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. And it's all based on the current energy. So if things change, energy's always changing. So, you can take this, take these future energies not as written in stone, but, as possible energies, I guess is my point. Okay. We have the Three of Pentacles. The King of Swords. Five of Cups. And the Nine of Swords. So what I'm getting here is that there is going to be a chance to collaborate, to work on this together. The King of Swords energy is a very logical, very, cutting, head over heart type of thinking, very logical, having a plan. The Five of Cups is, sort of crying over spilt milk, but not realizing that there's still hope. There are still 2 cups left here, and all you have to do is get up and turn around. And then we have the Nine of Cups. So that's a kind of a stressed out type of energy. So let's get some clarifiers here. What is this Three of Pentacles here for? The Hierophant. Yeah, so this is about collaborating. This is about your soul contract. This is about you coming together. It's also about traditional schools of thought, and could indicate, a coming together, a contract, a marriage, a commitment, an agreement as well. The King of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Cups. So the King of Swords, being the logical, analytical thinker that he is, and sort of not void of emotion, but can check his emotions, he's able to make decisions. And being in confusion, picking what's best for him. And then that's further clarified by the Knight of Cups. So he's going to see through the confusion, and want to come forward with this offer. Offer of love, or a heartfelt offer, possibly an apology, as well. So let's clarify the Five of Cups. What do we need to know about the Five of Cups? We have Judgment. So the Judgment card to me is about divine intervention. It's about making sure that all your pieces of yourself are all in alignment. I think that what this means to me, this clarified with the Five of Cups, that the divine is going to step in with some intervention, and have this, we have this guy sitting here, sort of overlooking the overturned cups. Something is going to make him stand up and turn around and see that there are still two cups available to him. And that could be this decision that, the King of Swords is going to make to move forward. Let's clarify this Nine of Swords. We have Five of Wands. So again, we're back to the inner turmoil. I need another card. And the Lovers. So, the stressed out feeling, the inner turmoil, is about this reunion. This destined couple has, trying to come together. And we have bottom of the deck is the Fool. So this new beginning, this leap of faith that this Lovers is going to take. So this is future energies here. There is going to be some divine intervention stepping in. This is about working together on this contract, making the tough choices to, bring about this offer, this heartfelt offer. The divine stepping in to, make you realize that there is still hope. There are still blessings left for you. And then sort of breaking through that stressed out energy, towards this reunion, towards this coming together of two people. Okay, what does Spirit want you to know? Romance angels. What does Spirit want you to know? When it comes to this connection. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Separation. So separation is necessary. Taking time apart is necessary, and it's good for the both parties to come into alignment together. And then we have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So advice from Spirit in order to get through these future energies is to you gotta, that line of communication has to open up. Someone's going to have to make the first move and sort of open up those lines of communication so that you can work together and sort of move forward. Even though separation is, sort of what you're in now, and it is necessary in order for you to do the inner work and come together, the time apart is good. You know, we had the message earlier about completely surrendering and letting go. And then we have release your ex. So, you know, clear your energy. Clear your energy of other people, clear your energy of anything it's holding you back from doing, you know, what brings you joy and doing what you're drawn to do. And then what do you need in order to move? What do you need to know in order to move forward? And we're going to get that from the Archangel. What do you need to know in order to move forward? We have the King of Michael. Wisdom and objectivity are important. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So again, being open and honest, speaking your truth, being objective, making sure that you're authentic and your integrity. We have the Lover's card. Make choices from your heart. Deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. So follow your heart. When you're making a choice, don't make a choice that's based on what you think others want you to do, but based on what it is that your heart tells you to do. And one more, we have the Eight of Raphael. There is something better waiting for you. Do what is right for you, a spiritual quest. So this journey is a spiritual quest, and there is something, a light at the end of the tunnel. You have to follow your intuition, follow your guides in your gut, and do what you know is right. You know, if you're guided to, you know, make sure you're clearing your energy and you're, you know, concentrating on yourself and you're raising your vibration and, you know, finding the joy in life and continue to live your life. When you're in this separation, if you know, kind of curl up in a ball and like you're going to wait, you're going to grow cobwebs and nothing's going to happen because you're not moving. So you have to continue to live your life. You have to continue to do the things that bring you joy and find the things that make you happy. And eventually know that down the road, your path is going to cross again with this person because they are a significant part of you. And that's the whole part of your journey. Remember that when you heal, you also heal them. And when they heal you. And that's the other part of the journey. It's all about healing each other. You're brought together for a purpose. And that's to trigger the shit out of each other and to bring things up that need to be healed that you're not addressing in your life. So, you know, this period of time that you're in separation with no communication, definitely work on yourself. And when you're called to it, you know, don't hold back. When it's time to communicate, really bring up that heartfelt communication and say what's on your mind. So hopefully those messages resonate and they bring a little clarity to you in your current situation. If this does resonate and you want a personal reading, you can email me at lisaannhealing1111@gmail.com, and we can set up a video reading for you. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Lisa Ann Tarot. Also on TikTok, Lisa Ann Tarot. And make sure you like and subscribe and comment to this video so that you know, we can continue to provide you with content. And I'm always open to suggestions. If there's different types of readings that you want to see or different types of content, feel free to contact me. So thank you for watching, and have a good night.